Nigeria will overtake the UK in 2 months if only our youth stop what they do in Nigeria, Abolo said. Well, Emmanuel Abolo, a Nigerian economist, said Nigeria can surpass the top countries of the world if only some things are adjusted in this country. He said Nigeria can overtake the UK, but Nigerians have to work towards it for it to happen. According to him, he said that most Nigerian youths are running away from Nigeria to other countries. He said it is not the best thing to do at all, and those youth living in the country are talented. He said Nigeria is losing many of its talented citizens to other countries. Yeah, brain drain. And they showcase their talents in another man's land, another man's country, instead of their own country. Now you're victimizing the youths, please. He said if the insecurity problem can be solved in Nigeria, if all the youths... he said if the insecurity problem can be solved in Nigeria, if all the youths who are leaving Nigeria stay back, then Nigeria will surely compete with other foreign countries. Seems like this economist is kind of naive. But let's continue. He said that all the Nigerian youths who are leaving the country should have stayed back. If they stay back and think of using their talents to improve and develop Nigeria, then we will have a very nice country to live in. Emmanuel Abolo said that if these things are achieved in 2 months, then Nigeria can use only 2 months to surpass the UK and other top countries in the world. Even when his interviewer asked him whether he said Nigeria will surpass the UK in 2 months, he still repeated what he said. He made it clear that will only be possible if Nigerians stay back to improve the country instead of running away from her. What do you think? I think this is a load of jargon, honestly, because as an economist, how are you not even telling the government what to do? Because we know that this government promotes monopolies, and we know who they are. They're the ones who are doing sugar, cement. They're doing all these things. They do not promote innovation or even try to industrialize the country. We have not gone through a period of industrialization. There is no doubt that Nigerian youth work hard, and I think this is an insult to the Nigerian youth because they do work hard. They are trying to survive in this country that puts barriers in their way every single time they try to do anything, and yet they keep surpassing it. And that is why it seems like as if they're not doing a lot, because they're not complaining. I mean, yes, of course, we do point out that there are things wrong with the government and with the whole system of Nigeria not even being a conducive environment for business and all that. But still, with every barrier thrown in Nigerians' way, honestly, if you want to be an entrepreneur, come to Nigeria and you will learn, there's already working hard, but Nigerians are working hard at an inefficient level where the time frame for success in, let's say, a different country with good stable things to a very large extent, the timeline for the stable country is definitely shorter than it would be for Nigerians who are entrepreneurs, for example. So again, it's very shameful, very embarrassing that as an economist, you are not even giving the government itself. Listen, a lot of things can happen to the economy if Nigeria does the right thing economically. So it's like they devalue the currency. Why are you devaluing the currency? Especially when you are not industrial. You don't export anything. You import. We're literally in a deficit every single time. We're into more debt, into so many things. And as an economist, you chat things like this, not only criticizing and bashing the Nigerian youths unprovoked. I mean, honestly, what Nigerian youth go through in the hands of just the society, the Nigerian society as large, is just too much. Listen, I'm not saying the Nigerian youths are perfect. Listen, the same way Nigerian youths are committing crimes is the same way that other demographics above the age of youth in Nigeria are committing crimes. So let's be guided. But what I'm just saying is that it's just how no one recognizes the work that the Nigerian youth they're putting in. And of course it is sad. Instead of telling the Nigerians or the Nigerian youth not to leave the country, why don't you tell the Nigerian government that the tactics they should use to make Nigeria seem like a nation that they want to stay in? You don't protect them in any way. Security is above the roof. In fact, maybe that is what we should talk about. Insecurity. And expose the government if they're making money from it or not. But that is the first thing you should tackle, not telling Nigerian youth, stay in the country. Would you stay in the country if you had the chance to? Exactly. Silence. Crickets. So let's get the comment section. And what has the government offered them for many years in the country before they crossed the shore of the other country? And many more talented youth who are still living within the country How has a system of government benefited them? Exactly. You don't promote innovation in any kind. Listen, please talk to the Nigerian government. I know that, of course, there are ways in which the Nigerian citizens, of course, the Nigerian youths, as people ourselves, we make up the society. We make up our standards. We make up everything because we are a community, whether we like it or not. We do make what being a Nigerian is. The fact just remains that sometimes, yes, we do need to step up at times, but for it, to a very large extent, the government needs to step up, and they choose not to. Not that they do not have the resources to, because they definitely do. With this kleptocratic government and the way they're moving, and now they've put in efforts to get Nnamdi Kanu. So again, we know that they have the actual resources to get, the terrorists that are, for example, like Shekau, all that. They have the resources to do that, to go against banditry. In fact, their agent Sheikh Gumi is in daily communion with bandits, and yet nothing has happened. So this is the problem. The problem of this country starts from all our lawmakers. Imagine what this fat pig is saying. I beg, did any youth benefit from the so-called zoo country? Please. Can you imagine? Stay back, right? Come on, 30k for Empower. Your government cannot pay. 30,000 naira, the way things are in the country. How do you expect anyone to live on 30,000 naira a month? How? Can you talk? You talk about youth staying back in Nigeria. How can the youth showcase their talent without empowerment? Your imagination is as good as that of 1 naira is equals to $1, and it's so embarrassing because as an economist, how can you be an economist in Nigeria and just blab things like this? It's sad. It's sad because again, we trust that the intellectuals and the educated will say things that make sense, that are visibly clear to see, have a logical train of reasoning, but it seems like you don't, because everything here just seems very naive. As an economist, in 2 months, do you understand how Nigeria is being exploited even till now? Neo-colonialism, excuse me, and it's just like, you really think that world powers will let Nigeria? Let's not get into that. Another comment here says, where are your own children? You'd stay back and do what? Did you stay? That's it. If you had the opportunity to leave, would you leave? That's where everything is at. So yeah, I mean, obviously we just discard what this person has said because it's absolutely load of BS. There's nothing, I mean, in 2 months anyway, so yeah, I mean, again, I've said it's shameful for an economist to think this way, but it is what it is. Put what you think about this in the comment section below, and do not forget to like and subscribe.